For the last 6 months, I've been on a mission to try and improve my productivity in all areas of my life, whilst trying to juggle this YouTube channel, a more than 9 to 5 accounting job, and, an actual life. I've tested a bunch of cheap tools, and these 7 purchases, all individually under $100, no joke, doubled my productivity. Oh, and by the way, if you're new here, my name is Willis. I'm a qualified accountant who also makes YouTube videos on the side about all things money, personal finance, and personal development. And I'm not into hacks for the sake of hacks. This is more of a guide, not guru breakdown of things that I've bought that I genuinely find useful and still use today. So item number 1 is noise cancelling headphones. You see, when I'm doing deep work at 4 a.m. in the morning, like when I wrote this video, for example, I put on noise cancelling headphones, just like these ones from Soundcore, and I just loop Hans Zimmer over and over again, and this really just gets me in the zone to really get into deep work and unlock my creative abilities. These headphones cost around $100, and the goal with these when I bought them was not perfect sound quality. It was more how much noise, external noise, can I block out. So I block out things like construction, noise from neighbours, and just random clatter in and around the apartment in which I live, like cars going past, birds, things like that. And the best way to use these noise cancelling headphones is what's called a Pavlovian cue. And this is where your brain learns to link a specific trigger, so it could be a sound, a smell, or a location, something like this, to a specific action. And this comes from scientists Pavlov's classic conditioning experiments with dogs, where they end up ringing a bell and the dog starts to salivate because it's associated, that noise, with getting food. And noise cancelling headphones are super easy to buy these days. You can obviously get them online, or you can just walk into any random tech store and just say, look, noise quality second, noise suppression first. And that's how I found these ones, and to be honest, the sound quality is actually pretty good. When you're in your deep work phase and you're writing, you're not really thinking about the sound quality anyway. You're more just acknowledging the noise in the background that gets your brain into that deep work mode, but the actual quality itself is not that important. Item number 2 is blackout blinds. So your sleep is a productivity steroid, okay? It's more powerful than any drug you can ever take, or more powerful than any amount of caffeine. Seriously, sleep is the most powerful thing that you can change when it comes to your personal productivity. The blackout blinds that I have are just Velcros that you can stick around the window, and they make my room cave dark. So what this means is I can go to bed earlier, I can get up earlier without having to worry about what the natural light is doing. Even in summer when the sun sets quite late, I can still go to bed early and get up early for my deep work session first thing in the morning. And a bonus of these blackout blinds is that you can actually stick them up during the day as well, when it's naturally light outside, but you don't want to be distracted by the view out the window or the natural light. Just put them up, get into your own little cocoon of deep work, and watch your productivity soar. These are so cheap, but a massive, massive return. They're about $10 on Amazon. Item number 3 is good quality earplugs. So for nights when the wind or the traffic or something else outside is louder than usual, I bought these. Now these are the Loop Dream earplugs, and these are specifically for side sleepers because that's how I sleep. When it's super loud outside, I just put these in, it masks most of the sound, and I can really get a good night's sleep without worrying about it being naturally quiet outside. And if you want to go hardcore focus, you want to go Alex Hormozi style, you can even put these in underneath your noise cancelling headphones and just block virtually 100% of all the sound around you. Now this might seem extreme, but it's also extremely quiet. These earplugs were about $45. So on the upper end of a price range for earplugs, but in my opinion, absolutely worth it. Item number 4 is a physical alarm clock. Okay, so this one's sneaky. So a physical alarm clock allows you to charge your phone in another room and still have an alarm to wake up to in the morning. So what this means is no doom scrolling at 11 p.m. or a quick 5-minute check at 5 a.m. that turns into 2 hours. Because when that alarm clock rings, I simply get out of bed to turn it off, because I always place it out of reach from the actual bed itself, just to make sure I do get up. And then once I'm up, I'm vertical. The day has been started. And that signal change just makes it so much easier for me to get out of bed, and just gives me that extra hour of deep work every single morning. All right, so before we move on to the next section, pause the video here, have a think about the 4 items that we've already discussed, pick one of them that you think is going to resonate with you most, and make use of it this week. Let me know next week how you go in the comments. So now we're moving on to accelerating our output with simple tech. So item number 5 is my simple full AI tools stack. So the first AI tool that I use is ChatGPT and sometimes Claude for helping me outline my YouTube scripts. It can do first drafts, it can help me brainstorm, and it can help me craft the most engaging hooks that I can use. This costs about $20 per month. Secondly, I use Perplexity. Now, I don't pay for Perplexity, and everything I need it for, I can actually just get out of the free version. And it's a very, very powerful research tool. I essentially just use it like Google. Anything I would normally put into Google, I just put it into Perplexity because it gives me multiple sources and a much more comprehensive answer than a simple Google search. Thirdly, I use Canva for my YouTube thumbnails. This is about $15 a month and is by far the easiest and most easily accessible design tool that you can use to design your thumbnails. I'm not a pro at design, so I don't use Photoshop or anything like that, but Canva is fantastic. Fourth, I use Gling AI to help clean up my initial first edits of my videos. So what Gling AI does is you import your raw footage that you're recording just like this, and what it does is it cuts out all silences, it cuts out bad takes, it can cut out filler words, it can do so much more as well, but the main purpose that I use it for is really just trimming out all that silence and those bad takes. And this saves me at least an hour per video where I'm not going through the A-roll of my recording to try and cut out all the rubbish that I don't need in the final edit. So when editing a video can take 4 or 5 hours, I've now just shaved off 20 to 25% of that total time for $30 a month. Now, the one key thing to bear in mind here with the use of AI is that I don't outsource my judgment. The key rule is AI drafts, but you decide. What we can do with AI is use it to shorten the boring middle ground of some of these tasks. For me, for example, I put down my initial thoughts, my initial outline for my YouTube videos, my own experiences, all into a notes format. Then I have AI draft an initial script for me, so that's the middle sort of 80%, and then I come back at the end and finish the final 10% by reading through that script, adjusting the wording, adding in my own experiences, and just really refining it to make it sound like I actually wrote it rather than some AI slop. And this is known as the 10-80-10 rule, where you do the first 10%, the last 10%, and you outsource, in this case to AI, the middle 80%, where most of the boring kind of mundane work is. Item number 6 is Spotify Premium. Now, I've been using Spotify Premium for 7 or 8 years, I don't even know at this point. It costs like $10 to $15 a month, and I use it every single day. I use it for my music in the gym, I use it for my podcasts when I commute, I use it for audiobooks now to an extent as well, and of course I use it to save my instrumental playlist that I use during my deep work phase. Honestly, I probably couldn't live without Spotify Premium, so that definitely makes a list that makes me more productive and focused for sure. Alright, so lastly we're going to move on to one way that we can buy back some of our time during the week. And this is because item number 7 is Tupperware boxes. So I know what you're thinking. Tupperware boxes is extremely boring. We were talking about AI and Spotify Premium and noise cancelling headphones, and now we're going to talk about a box. I understand, but cooking every single night silently steals like 6 to 8 hours of your time every single week. If instead you batch cook once or twice a week, for me personally I do Sunday and Wednesday, and put all your meals into ready portioned out containers like this one right here, then you have meals throughout the week and you only have to cook twice rather than 7 times at least. And so what this means is there's zero what's for dinner brain drain when you get home, because your meals are already laid out for you for the whole week in your fridge or freezer in your Tupperware boxes. And this makes things faster, cheaper and healthier because you're less likely to eat out when you've already got a meal essentially already prepared for you in your fridge. Less time thinking about what to have for dinner, less time cooking it, and less time cleaning up afterwards. It's a triple win. If you want a decent Tupperware box, it costs like, I don't know, maybe $5 per unit for a good one. And of course, if you want to invest in a full meal prep service where you invest much more money and you have like a company that actually prepares all your meals for you and delivers them, this will save you even more time, but that's probably more of an advanced strategy if you have a bit more disposable income lying around. So here's a rapid recap of the 7 purchases that we've discussed in this video. Firstly is the noise cancelling headphones, and this can help you build your focus bubble. Second is the blackout blinds. Better mornings, better sleep. Third is the comfortable earplugs, quiet nights and extreme focus. Fourth is a physical alarm clock. Your phone sleeps outside. Fifth is AI tools. Automate the middle, you do the thinking. 6th is Spotify Premium, which is all about commute learning and focus anchors. And number 7 is the Tupperware boxes that can buy us back 6 to 8 hours of cooking time each and every single week. So we can see here, we spend a small amount of money, compound the hours saved, and achieve big results. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, comment one thing in the comment section down below that you're going to buy this week to improve your productivity. I'll hold you accountable to it next week in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, I know you'll love this one, but don't go just yet. Please make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you over there. Bye.